All right, team, let's get after this. And this workout, this is going to be a endurance focused workout. You want your kettlebell to be light because the rounds are going to be long. So just an easy way to think of it, since the rounds are long, they're going to be 3 minutes each. You want the weight to be light. After each exercise that we do, we're only going to do it one time through, since we're only doing it 3 minutes each. You rest for 30 seconds. The workout should only take about a little bit more than 30 minutes, but this is a great way get back into it, and this is a great way to build up that capacity and your stamina up. So when it comes to the higher intensity stuff that maybe you're gonna try to do later down your fitness road journey, this is a great workout just to start off with that. So again, nothing too crazy, but the goal is last through each round and just do what you can. So let's get started. A little warm up here. Timer on. All right, swing those arms forwards and back. Loosen up the shoulders. Get that body nice and moving. All right, twist and turn. Make sure when we're breathing in the nose, out the mouth. All right, give me some butt kickers. All right, put the knees up. Let's get those muscles nice and warm. Okay, legs out wide. Wide stance, hip hinge. All right, hip hinge left and right. Okay, this time staying nice and tall. What I want you to do, you're gonna rotate your body without turning your feet. You're gonna reach to the mat. You're gonna pull in, you're gonna rotate to the other side. Reach to the back. You should allow your chest to feel like it's opening up. And you should feel like your lower back is opening up as well. All right, we're gonna get started. First exercise, we're gonna do a single arm clean press. Then you're gonna hand it off to the other arm and repeat that. You're gonna do that for 3 minutes. Here we go. Again, since the rounds are light, even the lightweight of the bell, you should feel at least a burn, but something to the point where you can still keep going. But if you have to rest, that is perfectly fine. Abs tight. Keep that elbow close to the body as you press the weight up. When you clean that bell, you want to make sure you're not slamming your bell into your wrist. It's just landing right gently in front of your shoulder and behind your wrist. So when we do that kettlebell clean, make sure that elbow stays close to the body. We're not pulling the bell back. That's how you're going to hurt yourself. That's how you're going to slam the bell into your wrist. We want to clean it. We want the bell to go straight upwards, not to the front, or not more forwards, then pressing it. Try to imagine this wall right in front of you. All right, we're more than halfway through. Now Now, even though we are moving our arms, we're still engaging our legs. We're still engaging our hips when we are doing this exercise. Better engagement of those areas is going to allow for better movement with the arms. All right, 45 more seconds. Clubs, drugs, pubs, and parties. Three more seconds. Then we come to our first break, and I forgot to mention we have 9 exercises that we're doing, so 8 more after this. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, relax.
Tabata complete.
Okay, as you recover. Next exercise. Single arm deadlift. What are you gonna do? You're just gonna switch with each arm as you set the bell down. So you're picking the bell up, you're putting it down, then you're switching to the other arm. We're gonna keep the legs moving, but we're switching the arms. Here we go. This is already feeling a little too much. Maybe when you deadlift, come down slow. Come down slow, slow eccentric. Pause for a moment, then switch to the other side. That way you're able to kind of slow it down a bit. Arms should be relaxed the entire time, minus your hand grip. Use those glutes. Try to imagine you're keeping the bell underneath your chin, close to your body the entire time. So my chin's here, the bell is directly underneath my chin. If I were to draw like an imaginary line. There we go, we got 2 more minutes. Even though this is lightweight, I'm already building up a sweat. There we go. Keep it pace. Take your time. Take your time. Think of it to yourself like, what can I do? What pace can I go that will allow me to last for 3 minutes? And here's the thing. If you feel like 3 minutes is too much, maybe feel free to do this for 2 minutes instead. Use that extra time as recovery, including the 30-second recovery time, and gradually, you just build up to it. 1 more minute left. And also, let's focus on breathing. We're gonna breathe in as we lower, we breathe out as we lift the bell up. Breathe in, breathe out. More seconds. All right, relax.
Tabata complete.
All right, we're gonna focus on back here. You're gonna do what's called you're gonna do 2 reps per side. One is a low row, The other one's a high row. So the elbow is coming out, then you're gonna switch arms. Low row, pull to your waist, touch the ground, elbow comes out. So we're hitting basically our lats and our upper back with this exercise. Here we go. Hitting the lats, hitting the upper back like the rhomboids. Switch. The fact that we're switching from right to left arm should give us enough of a recovery time, even if we're just beginning, even if we're just beginners when it comes to working out, to still last the 3 minutes. Just adjust the timing and your speed. And if you even have to go down to lighter weight, that's okay. Make sure that back stays straight as you're doing this exercise. If you have to hold on to something to assist, that's okay. That's why it's important to have a good strong stance with your legs. I like a good wide stance so I have a great base to work with. 2 more minutes. And if you prefer to get on the ground and do this, just so you're taking the stress off of your back, it may not be the same, but it still works. Pull up and you pull out. Pull up, you pull out. Again, your range of motion is affected, but it still counts. It still counts. All right, more than halfway there. Try to make sure those shoulders stay even. What tends to happen is when we lower too much, we drop our shoulder. We don't want this slant. We want even Steven with our shoulders. And when we maintain this position, believe it or not, we're actually working on our obliques because we're preventing ourselves to rotate. We're trying to maintain that position. So even doing this, you're working your obliques. Your obliques on the opposite side. We got 20 more seconds. All right, relax.
The body complete.
Okay, next exercise. We're gonna go into a clean reverse lunge. So you're gonna clean it up with the arm, whatever arm side you got the kettlebell on. The opposite leg sets back into a lunge. Then you're gonna switch to the other side. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Go. Now, if you're not ready for the lunge, no problem. Maybe we just do a squat clean. So you clean the weight up, and you just squat. Or maybe for the lunge, you just do a partial lunge where maybe you only come down to a certain range, a range that doesn't bother you, and one that helps you to still maintain your balance. Just make sure your toes are facing forwards. We're working on balance and definitely working on stability when we're doing the lunge. Almost halfway through the exercise. Yeah, make sure you have some space around you, especially when you step back. All right, 1 more minute left. Take your time. Focus on that breathing. 8 more seconds. Almost there, almost there. Relax, good job.
Divider complete.
5 more exercises to go. Okay, this is a new one. This is called a clean modified forward windmill. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna clean it. What you're gonna do, you're gonna rotate. I'm gonna turn from this side so you can see me better. Open up that shoulder. You're gonna come down to a hip hinge. Not only work that back, but also to open up your shoulders. So I'll show it again. So you're gonna clean it, but before you clean it, ring the bell by your shoulder. Really flex it. Rotate your body where you're facing to the side, and reach your hips to the back of the room. It doesn't have to be a big movement. It just has to be enough where you feel that release and stiffness in your shoulders and your lower back. Now, if that's too much for you, modification. Just let the bell hang. Turn to one side, maybe reach to the back. And you just do a little handoff and you just switch to the other side. So I'm rotating my chest. I'm turning my outside shoulder to the back of the room. All right. So when that becomes easy, when you do the modified in rack position forward windmill, it's basically the same thing except you're having the bell rest on the top of your shoulder. I'm going to start this way. So clean, come straight up. Turn. I'm looking over my knuckles. I'm reaching for the ground. I'm pushing my hips to the back. Maintaining that straight spine. And remember, when you do this, don't force yourself through. When you feel that stiffness or that tension in your lower back, just stop there and feel the squeeze in that position. This is a great exercise for anybody feeling weak or stiff in the lower back. Great for people who's been sitting in the chair all day. But take your time. Don't put a lot of force into it. Gentle movement. Keep that bell close to the body. If it means helping with your other arm for assistance, that's fine. All right, 15 more seconds. Good job. Recover.
Tabata complete.
All right, next exercise. We're gonna go back to that lunge. What we're gonna do is hold a tactical lunge. You're gonna step back and kneel, go up and underneath your leg, and you're gonna perform the opposite maneuver on the opposite leg. So start from outside, go under and in, hand up, and reverse the movement on the opposite leg. So you could do inside and out, but just for the sake of keeping this easy, we're gonna start with the kettlebell on the outside position, on the side of your body, then going under and in, inside position, then repeating the same process on the opposite leg. Try to imagine like not only you're getting the kettlebell underneath your leg, but you're trying to rub against the back of your calf. Now, not physically rubbing, but just imagine if you're trying to make it touch the back of your calf muscle. I'll stand in this position. So keep it close. Make sure you have enough room. Really working on balance and stability with this exercise. Also, what I really like about the tactical lunge, in order to do it right, you do have to bend your knees to an optimum range to keep the form right. If I just bend the knees a little bit, that means I'm already doing the lunge wrong in the first place. Got a minute and 15 seconds left. Maybe what you can do, add a little pause, hold, then follow through and finish up. Get deep, get deep. Maybe that pause can help stabilize you before lunging back forwards. Important that we keep the bell close to our body. Don't make sure it's not far away, keep it close to your body. All right, 25 more seconds. All right, less than 10. Good job. Relax.
Tabata complete.
All right, this is a new one. This is called a halo goblet squat. We're gonna have our hands underhand grip. So let me show you. So you're gonna hold the bell, underhand grip. Halo, when you bring the bell to the front, come to a goblet squat. Halo in the opposite direction. Repeat, here we go. Now if you're like, okay, my legs are tired, maybe just focus on the halo. You wanna make sure those elbows stay bent roughly around 90 degrees the entire time. Keep the bell close to the body, not out here, but here. Bend the knees, lower the hips, chest is up. Feel that stretch at the bottom. Maybe shift side to side. Really get deep into that groin. Rise up. Repeat. Total body, core exercise. Yeah, since these are 3-minute rounds, I would take your time for repetition because your body's under constant tension. this movement. We're almost halfway there. See how wide my feet are and my knees are? Really get them out so you get a good stretch in those muscles that are typically tight. And I say typically tight because commonly those are the muscles that are usually tight. You know, when we sit down for long periods of time and just overusing those muscles in our day-to-day routines. All right, 1 more minute left. Down to the last 30. All right, and relax. Good job.
Body complete.
Alright, this is a new one. Next exercise is bottoms up clean and hold for a couple of seconds. What you're going to do, you're going to clean it, hold for a couple of seconds, use the other arms to assist. Then you're going to repeat that on the opposite side. So when you're ready, here we go. Make sure everything's aligned. Elbow underneath the wrist, wrist underneath the bell. Keep the bell close to the body. Abs tight, glutes strong. And again, if you have to use your opposite arm to help, that's okay. You can do that. You can do that. Even though this exercise looks simple, it is considered an advanced exercise because this is basically balance training for your upper body. It's like my wrist, my arms trying to balance with the kettlebell. Similarly, when we stand on one leg on the ground, my lower body is trying to balance on the ground. Good. The more you practice, the more natural this will become. Not just working the muscles, but we're working the brain too. As we're doing this exercise, our brain is trying to figure out how to fine-tune our muscles with the grip, with the exercise that we're doing as we're holding here. The movement and the pressure and the feel needs to be very precise because it's a very unstable position and exercise altogether. Now if your arms get really tired, feel free to rest if you need to. You have 30 more seconds. One of the best ways, in my opinion, to really work on your hand grip is the bottoms up clean. So many different variations with this exercise, so many. Good job, good job.
Tabata complete.
Last exercise, we're actually gonna get on the ground. This is gonna be core. This is called a roll-up. We're gonna switch each arm. So you're lifting with your abs, setting it down and repeating it on the opposite side. Try to keep that arm straight. Flex the glutes, flex the abs. Breathe in, and as you come up, breathe out. Keep your eyes on the ceiling. Now, if you're not ready for the bell, because the roll-up is technically more of an advanced exercise, practice with this with your body weight. Or maybe you can do partial roll-ups where you start in a seated position, legs straight, keep the legs grounded on the floor. We want to really take the time to use specifically our core, not our legs, not our hip flexors. But within it, but also our abs. More minutes. And what's great about using weight, if you do have to modify it, you could shift the weight to the front in a way to allow to give you a hand with the lift, and especially when you kind of come down. It's like a seesaw effect. Just make sure, whatever you do, you are using only your abs to control the movement. Take your time. This is the last movement we're doing. But imagine you're hanging on a pull-up bar. Gravity is pulling you down. You're just hanging with your arm. There. And we are done. All right. Great job of me. Just a couple of quick stretches. If you're on the ground just like me, sit nice and tall, legs crossed, lean forward so you feel a stretch in your lower back. Just go far enough to where you feel a pulling on your lower back. Don't force it through. And if you want to intensify, just lift your arms up and let more of your body weight fall forwards, but your legs and your butt are glued to the floor. There you go. Feel a good stretch there. All right, then what you're gonna do here, the legs stay where they are. Turn to the side, pull against your leg, turn, try to look past your shoulder without forcing it. See the spinal twist. And you can use your back arm to push against the floor to add more into the turn, but don't force it. Just enough to where you feel the stretch. Feel the stretch and hold. Good, we're gonna do the same exact thing on the opposite side. So, hand on the knee, pull, look over the shoulder. It's like I'm trying to get my chest face to the side. I'm trying to get my back to face you all. All right, good. All right, still sit nice and tall. Reach that, your right arm up and over. Open up that shoulder, open up that chest, or lap chest. Excellent. Other side. Gentle stretch, gentle stretch. Good. Another one for your shoulders and for your biceps. There's probably a name for this stretch, but I call this the beach bum stretch. So it's like you're sitting on a beach, fingers facing the back. You just crawl your arms backwards and lean back. You should feel a stretch in the front of your shoulders and even in your chest, but also your biceps and your wrists. So I know it's hard to see. The further you can get your glutes away from the wrist, the more you can intensify the stretch. You just hold it here. Good. And while you're here, shift to one side so we're just intensifying the pull and the stretch to one arm. There we go. All right, we're gonna switch to the other side. Again, if anything hurts, don't do it. Just releasing the stiffness. Excellent. All right. Stretch the back of our leg. Single leg hamstring stretch. So just keep your leg as straight as you can. You have to put a little bend into it because if we're really tight, that's fine. Just make sure if we're reaching for the foot, we're not rounding the spine. That spine is straight. And if you feel the stretch right here, just hold it here. But if you can't reach for your foot, maybe just reach for your knee. But try your best to connect the entire area of the back of your leg to the floor. Point the toes up. Excellent. Switch to the other side. Same exact thing. All right, that should do it. If I miss anything else, just go for a quick walk. But great workout. More awesome workouts coming y'all's way. Keep it up.